What's up, guys? Um, I'm coming at you here with my updated Chaotic Anarchist build. Now, the Chaotic Anarchist, I'm not too sure how it looked before, at least the last updated version of it looked, but it's probably way different now. But yeah, we'll be updating all my builds for every build I've done. I'm gonna update them to 72. But the gameplay you'll see from pretty much all of them, besides maybe the Gunzerker, is just basic level 72, no OP levels. Uh, these builds will still work in OP8. They just, it'll be harder, obviously, so you won't be doing as much damage. But they'll still work pretty effectively, nothing too bad. Like I used this on OP8, I made a video on it. It wasn't nearly as good as doing it like at 61 or 72 with just no OP levels. But it worked. It did some work. Wasn't too upset about it. But personally, with the exception of the Gunzerker, I think I'll leave. Well, yeah, I think when it comes to OP8, I'll just only go in like Gunzerker or something, and that's just to fight raid bosses. Cause I like the challenge on the Gunzerker, because the Gunzerker is pretty powerful. So I like to be challenged with him. But with the other characters, they're pretty powerful, but nowhere near the Gunzerker. So it's already, decent. I just want to, have fun with the game. Especially have fun with the Mecha. Mecha's my favorite character. I don't want to have to, like, get all focused and into it when I'm just playing, regularly. So, but yeah, like I said, these will work on OP8 as well. Don't worry. Just not to as great of an effect. Now let's get into the build. Uh, start over here. Obviously, it's called Chaotic Anarchist. There's going to be, like, anarchy involved, because anarchy is basically the entire reason to use the Mechro. So you're going to put 4 to 4, Small Professor Lighter, and then 1 Anarchy, because you have to. Then you go down, put a 1 in Robot Rampage. Death Trap, if you spec him for melee, he does pretty well. And if you like, give him a Roid Shield and stuff, it'll do fine. I don't, but it's a 1-pointer, and he does a ton of attacks, so why not? This, just to, improve your anarchy stat cap. The more anarchy, the better, at least in damage-wise, not necessarily in accuracy-wise. If you're going with really high stacks anarchy, make sure you're in an enclosed place so you're close enough takes effect. But if you're in one of the outside areas, I wouldn't go past 150. Discord, because Discord is, great for anarchy, because you won't lose all your anarchy if you accidentally reload. Typecast Iron, like Iconoclast or Iconoclast, something like that. I don't know. I never got these skills down. I just put the points in. I don't read them. But yeah, just because you could get you have a 30% chance of gaining additional anarchy stacks, so you gain anarchy faster, you do more damage faster. It all works out. It all works out. Rational Anarchist, just to get a little head start with 25 anarchy just for 1 kill. Now, I remember in previous Chaotic Anarchist builds, I went all the way down here, but I don't really see a point in these at all, especially with the way I run my Mechro. So let's move over here. Now this tree I'm not really too fond of. This is like known, for like the shock stuff and daughter of door type stuff. If you guys know what that build is, most of you probably will. A lot of you came from that video. But there are some useful skills in here, like more pep, since I am using always using elemental guns. Might as well get the bonuses for more pep. Myelin, it's I just wanted to move down the tree. I just put it there to put it there. I didn't really think these two are very useful. This does absolutely nothing. This is only somewhat helpful if you have a class mod that boosts it even more. So I put it in Myelin, because why not? Evil Enchantress, because this kill skill will like boost your elemental damage by 60% with 10 out of 5, and that's really good. It really helps. If you're fighting, make sure to keep that procced at all times. And I had 1 extra point when I was done with the entire build, and I didn't really like 1-2 boom, because it distracts Death Trap from actually going in and hitting them and aggroing them. It is way more effective than this. This skill does absolutely no damage whatsoever. But I like the effect, because when you reload, you do like a little shock nova. It's like, shock it, like that. I just like the effect. It was 1 point out, 1 point left. You guys can put that point wherever. I just put it there. You don't have to. This really does not help the build at all. Don't worry about that. Now here, this is what I heavily invested in. This is probably This is a very good tree. I don't want to say it's the best tree because Anarchy is incredible, but this tree is great. Just no matter what kind of build you use, this tree should always be like incorporated into it. Cooking up trouble, because my magazine's fully regenerating health, so that's nice in between battles. If you're running around with your magazine size fully regenerating, and if you like Discord, then it goes even faster. Close enough, because close enough is one of the Mechro's best skills by far. You can miss and still hit them. You have like a 50% chance of still hitting them, which is great. It's great, especially with the conference call, where there's so many pellets and they just all ricochet and just destroy everything. It's incredible. The better half, because fire rate bonus is always nice, especially since I use a kitten. I like the kitten on the Mechro, and the kitten for a Vladoff does not shoot very fast, but when you have this fire rate bonus up, it does incredible. I wish the fire rate bonus was always like that, but it's not. Now this skill, there's none in this skill. The reason there's none in this skill is because, as you can see, regenerates a portion of your shield capacity every second. I like to use the Flame of the Firehawk just, for healing and stuff, since, I always have a Moxie weapon in my hand, as you guys will see in the gameplay. But, yeah, and this thing keeps the Firehawk from staying down. The same with a Roid shield if you want to go with like a melee Mechro, which is possible. It will keep your Roid shield up. Now I love this skill. If you're using something like the Sham or the Antagonist or one of those, this is a good skill to have. The reason I always got this skill was because of the movement speed. I never paid attention to the shield regeneration, but that helps too. If you're using a different shield, just depends on what shield you're using. If you want to put points in here or not. I wish I could use this skill, but then it make my Fire Rock ineffective. Although I do use the Antagonist from time to time because it helps me slag people, so that's helpful too. Whenever I rock the Antagonist, I make sure to put 5 points in here. Just take it out of somewhere else. Potent as a pony, because well, why not? Maximum health's always nice. And yeah, it's not a big boost, but it's okay. It's an alright. 20% is not too bad when that adds into my badass rank, which is like 27% as well. It's pretty good. I can't complain. Death Trap could use more, but whatever. Doesn't necessarily matter. This skill is another one you could avoid if you wanted to, but I didn't see any other skills that I could have put the points in. Explosive Clap, because Explosive Clap, it like pushes them away, stuns them, and it does a decent amount of damage. And it's 1 point, so why not? Made of sterner stuff. If you have a class mod like this, you get +6 made out of sterner stuff, which is incredible. It is nice. Also, if you have this class mod, I do recommend using this as well. Legendary Catalyst works well because I'm using a ton of elemental guns, but the fire rate bonus on here definitely helps out my kitten, and that's a pretty decent critical damage bonus too. But yeah, if you have a class mod like that, you get a 11 out of 5 made of sterner stuff, which it doesn't seem like a big damage reduction, but it helps. It helps a little bit. And it also boosts Death Trap's melee damage, which is nice if you're running like a roided out Death Trap. 20% cooler, just because Death Trap's cool. If you don't spec him perfectly, he's not going to do much. But he gets the enemies off you, he aggroes them, so it works out. I don't mind putting my 5 points in 20% cooler. Plus it's a reference. A great reference. Some of you may not get the reference though. For those who do, no need to say anything. Sharing is caring. This it's a 1-pointer. You're already down in the tree, so might as well pick it up. Especially, depending on what shield to give Death Trap could be very useful, like the Flame of the Firehawk. When he spams that, I believe it actually heals you. I think I've seen that. I'd never pay attention when I'm playing though. But even without him spamming the Flame of the Firehawk, destroys all flesh targets around him. They all die. They won't survive. All right. Now for gear. This is the gear I use. I'm a fan of the Kitten. I have all elements of the Kitten besides, slag. Same with the conference call. Because they are pretty effective against loaders. And, a Ruby for healing. It goes very well with the Chain Lightning, which I also use to take down people's shields, because fire is not too good against shields. So I throw that out, take them down, then go in, moving for the kill. Now the conference call is definitely better damage-wise than the Kitten, because you only get you only get like the fire rate bonus on the kitten when your magazine size is like at half. So that's when the kitten's most effective, when it's really getting that fire rate bonus. But the conference call, it's always effective. It's great. The only problem is you can't heal with it, and if you're running Flame of Firehawk, you are vulnerable because the Flame of Firehawk will not heal you because the conference call is obviously not a Moxie weapon. But if you're running like a different shield, like Antagonist or like Nisham or something, then you're protected and you can definitely use the conference call all the time. It's great. I don't really use the Slaga. Like I said, you guys could basically use whatever guns you want. I'm just like, this is what I use. So I'm just showing off what I use. I don't really use the Slaga. I mean, it's nice because I could just shoot at the ground, and most of the enemies around would be slagged after I, shot at the ground for a few seconds because it's close enough. But you can put anything here, like a Norfleet for getting up, whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. I personally never use this. I only use like these. Flame the Firehawk, because like I said, with the Kitten and Ruby in your hand, it will heal you. Even with the Kitten, it will heal you like crazy. Like one Nova will get you past half health, past the health gate easily. And with Ruby in your hand, you'll get full health instantly. Legendary Catalyst, just because look at all those, +5 and all those skills, all work out nice. Besides Electrical Burn and Interspersed Outburst, but the first three, not the first three. You know what? Come and think of it, only Evil Enchantress and more Pep are boosted by this in my build. It's nice though, especially if you're running a Shock Mechro. This is great for you too as well. Um, Other class mods that work great. Slayer Terramorphous works great, especially if you're using fire weapons like I am. Uh, that works great. Get more anarchy that way. This class mod also works very well, except with the wires don't talk. You may want to pick up something else. I think the other one's Strength of Gorillas or something. I don't know. I just use it for the crit damage and the fire rate bonus and the Meta Sterner stuff. So it works out pretty well. Oh, and Legendary Anarchist, that works well. A lot of these really work well. Like if you have any of the legendary ones, they all work pretty dang well. Bone of the Ancients, this one's fire. There's also, shock and corrosive. Just depending on what you're running, yeah. I just completely lost track of what I was saying. Oh, yeah. Since, I'm using fire, obviously I'm going to put on Fire Relic. That's just given. Like I said, though, that you can put corrosive on, destroy loaders, shock on. Actually, this isn't a shock build. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Shock build will be coming out. The updated Voltaic Anarchist and Daughter of Thor. Because I know a lot of you like to run the Daughter of Thor. That's pretty much it for gear and stuff. Heartbreaker's a nice alternative to the conference call. Not as effective, but it will heal you. A lot of stuff in this inventory is effective. Interfacers are as well. Wanderlust, pretty effective. You get high anarchy. Pretty much everything you see here is effective. Besides this. This is just for the lulz. This is just for the lulz. You guys want some lulz? There are the lulz. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the build. Hope it works out for you. Be on the lookout for other Mechro builds. Gonna get the Mechro builds out first, and then get the rest of the character builds out sometime during this week. Hopefully before Friday, they'll all be up. And I'm gonna put in some gameplay as well. Hope you enjoy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all laters.